Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Indigo. Indigo is from England in the UK. So let's see what Indigo has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Indigo, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me, how's your day? How was your day today?
Okay, didn't do much, just a quiet day.
Tell me where you're from, Indigo.
Um, I'm from like the Midlands, sort of like between Coventry and Birmingham, but currently I'm living in Manchester.
And why Manchester?
It's a lively city. When I was before I moved here, my brother lived here, and so we do gigs here a lot.
Yeah,
So I sort of knew the city, and I was like, yeah, seems good.
amazing. So tell me, what do you do for work, for living?
Well, I'm a student at the moment, so uh, nothing, but I will.
So
We'll
tell
see how that goes.
what you're studying right now.
Songwriting and production.
So tell me a little bit more about your course.
Um, well, I mean, it's two subjects, songwriting and production. So at the end, I think I'll be getting like 2 degrees or something like that, and it's good. It's very interesting. Um, yeah, we focus on a lot of like in studio production, so a lot of desks, a lot of complicated stuff and stuff like that. And then as a songwriting, yeah, you're given tasks like write a song like this, write a song like that, and you have to write them with other people and collaborate. It really it covers a lot of things. We have a lot of lessons, and it's fascinating so far.
I see. And this is your first year.
Yes, yeah.
Amazing. So tell me so far, what has been the highlights of your time in college?
Um, that's tough. I suppose the independence. You really get to like pursue your education sort of yourself, and that's quite refreshing.
I see. Okay. Okay, Indigo. So before we start our journey, Will in the Magic Box, I was checking your profile. There was a phrase there that got my attention. Yeah, it says there, "I am auditory apparition." Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Um. Oh, it's tough to say. I mean, just when I first made my account, it was very anonymous, and so I just thought I'd just say as a joke that I don't exist. I'm a ghost. But
I
yeah.
Amazing. Indigo, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Definitely, yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best. Full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. First question for you is, what hurt your feelings?
Hurt my feelings. That that's also a tough question. Oh no, I suppose I pride myself on my music, so you know, and it can be tough to take criticism. So sometimes when somebody says, "Oh, that's not working, that's not great," I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't care," but you know, I shouldn't take it so personal. And criticism is always good.
And how do you deal with that? How do you do when these comments come along, and you kind of feel hurt a little bit? How do you, face it, the feelings?
You sort of have to humble yourself. Um, People are gonna think things no matter what you do, and if they can be worth considering. sometimes, and sometimes if they're not worth considering, then why even let it bother you in the first place?
Amazing. Okay, next question. Let's do it. Right. Next question is, what's the best and the worst of being yourself?
The best. I suppose being a musician again. That's what I spend most of my time doing, and I'm glad it's something I pursued. And the worst, I could be a little lazy. I tend to sleep too much and stuff like that. Yeah.
And you've always been this way?
Yeah.
Tell me something. When you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Indigo?
I suppose I agree with myself on everything. There's that. I don't think I have bad opinions. I think there are some upsides to being me. Yeah, I agree with myself on a lot of stuff. I think I got some stuff going right, I guess.
For example, tell me an example.
I think I have good discipline. I think I did martial arts as a kid, and that really drilled it into me to so sometimes make yourself do things and not listen to kind of like a lazy voice in the back of your head. So I think that was a very good skill to acquire, and I took that very seriously for a good portion of my life.
Amazing. Okay, next question. Let's do it. So before the next question, tell me so far what has been enjoying the most about your course right now, university, and what has been the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is getting organized, getting sort of getting my act together, getting ready to go to classes. A lot of the work takes organization. You really have to like compile your notes and do a lot of typing, and it's like stuff like that I'm not necessarily great at, so I've had to adjust. Did you ask me what the best thing of the course was as well?
Joy so far.
I think there's a lot of like equipment at our disposal. So I spend a lot of time in the studio, and it's great to see that in front of you because I'm used to working like, well, here, I've got my keyboard here and my audio interface. When you're in a studio, it's like there's stuff everywhere. And so it's useful and you get to learn new things.
And how long is the course for?
3 years in total.
Oh, wow. And all those 3 years going to be in the same university in Manchester?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Next question is, if you could be any age, what age would you choose and why?
That's tough. I suppose I'd maybe be a kid again because there's no responsibility. You just sit around, watch kid shows and play, I guess. And you're more curious as a kid, and I do miss that.
Tell me when you think about your childhood memories, what's the best memory that comes to your mind? I suppose going on holiday as a kid was really nice because you just like it's a long drive and you sat in the car, you're listening to music, and maybe you play a bit of video games in the car, and you count like we used to have this game where like my dad would say find me like 3 red cars and you'd have to point them out, and so it was plenty of fun and it was very exciting, and then when you get there it's equally as great. So going on holidays, yeah. And which person in your family you feel more close to right now?
I spend a lot of time in the band with my brother, so Probably him. Yeah,
Of course, James, he has been on the show already.
he
Okay,
has.
let's say that he's watching this interview right now,
Yeah.
and you have a moment and opportunity to send him a message. What would you say?
I'd tell him that I've got a lot of faith in the band, and I'm excited to see, where things go and how things develop.
Oh, wow. Okay, next question. Let's do it. Okay, Indigo from England. Next question is, which question you don't have an answer for?
I suppose if you asked me this sort of a question that I've heard, and it's like, should we live our lives for ourselves or for the sake of other people? And I think that's a tough one. I think I have an answer to it, but it's not a definite answer. So yeah, that's a tough one.
Tell me, what's the meaning of life for you?
I suppose I would say it's just to be happy, but that comes in many different ways. And I suppose doing what you're proud of, enjoying every moment, and trying to leave behind a legacy, I suppose.
And do you think happiness is a choice?
Pardon?
Do you think that happiness is a choice?
Mostly, I think there are ways to, I mean, sometimes when I have a bad day, I think, you know what, I guess I do have a role in my own happiness. And so maybe I buy myself a donut and I sit and watch a movie. So I think there are things you can do, but sometimes it can't be avoided. And, whether a day is bad or good, it's just a day.
When have you feel the happiest in your life so far?
I suppose that's a very difficult question. I think I'd say maybe my first year after high school. I felt like, well, I was happy I was no longer in high school, and that's when I was making my first album, and I met a lot of new friends, and I was out and doing stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I was on top of everything. I felt like I had everything sorted. Yeah.
Amazing. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. You like dancing, Indigo?
Not particularly. I'm quite stiff, you know what I mean? I got 2 left feet.
Tell me something. Let's talk about your band. So it's called Three House, yeah? The name of your band.
Yeah.
2 questions. The first part of the question is, tell me how the band started. Tell me the moment when you decided to create the band. And the second part of the question is, how often do you get together to perform it, to perform your shows?
Well, the band came about because my brother was in uni, and he had just been thinking about being in a band. A lot of his friends were in bands, I think, and he just thought about it. And me and him are both musicians, so he thought, why don't we, start doing music together? And then
Wow.
he brought this idea to me, and I was like, I can't be bothered. I don't want to do that. No, it's not that I didn't want to do it. I was just a bit, I didn't know what it was going to be like. First proper band I'd been in. And we'd never made music together before, really, not properly. So I had no idea. But then when we ended up kind of writing the first song, sort of accidentally. And then when that was happening, I was like, I'll be in a band. Yeah, I'll agree to it. And how often we meet up is not as often as it should be. We call a lot and we text a lot, but currently we live at like sort of like different ends of the country. So
Mm.
whenever a gig comes up, we have to meet up then. But apart from that, every summer and every Christmas, we spend a couple months together.
I see. And why the name Treehouse?
Because I think it was because we both really wanted a tree house as a kid and we never had one. And we both really like nature. And so that was part of it. And we wanted that to kind of be part of our thing. Yeah.
Who came up with the idea, you or him?
I can't remember. I know we were originally called Evergreen for a very long time.
Right.
But we found out there were a bunch of other bands called Evergreen who made the same music as well. So that would have been game over. So we put together a list. I can't remember whose idea it was for Treehouse, but we both agreed it was the best name. So
okay. Next question for you is, where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
You know, I'm kind of broke, so I'm not planning on having a holiday, but there are plenty of places I would love to go. I'd like to go to the Mediterranean. I'd like to go Cornwall in England again. We went there a lot as kids, so seeing that again, like over 10 years older, would be an interesting experience. I want to see the world because I haven't left England really.
And if you have the superpower to go anywhere in the world right now, right this moment, where would you go?
Oof. Maybe Egypt.
Yeah. Why is that?
I just think it would like being in England all the time. I suppose I wonder how it would really feel to be in a desert, because it's like it's obviously got to be really hot, and I wouldn't know what that's like. And I'd love to see like sand for as far as you can see would be crazy, and plus the pyramids are like mind blowing. So
amazing. Okay, 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, Indigo. Next question is, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh God. That's tough. I remember in my first year at high school, I was very shy and not well coordinated. So I would fall over a lot and people would point and laugh, and it really bothered me. But I don't know why. So I can think of specific memories of me falling on my face, or falling every direction constantly. Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing.
Did you like school growing up?
Growing up, like, yeah, I think, I think I really enjoyed reading, and I was kind of really interested in science and art. So when we did that, I loved it, and there was kind of like a big field out the back, and I loved like playing football and running around. And but like when you become a teenager, it becomes boring. So
2 questions left. Let's do it. Indigo, before the next question, tell me if you could choose anyone in the world to open their show, their concert. Yeah, one morning you're gonna wake up with a call saying, "Okay, I'd like you to open my concert right now." Which person or band would you be so like amazed knowing that they would like you to open their concert?
I think my answer would be that's tough, because I could say a lot of things. I think probably there's this guy called Skylar Spence, and he's a huge inspiration to me. and I didn't see much of a career in making electronic music when I first started out. Like I thought I was experimenting, but it wouldn't really go anywhere. But I think listening to his music was such a big inspiration to me, and to hear it just makes me very passionate. So I think if I got a call from him, I'd be like, yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Next question is, which is one movie you could watch over and over again?
I would say Ratatouille. Um, just because reminds me of being a kid, and just the setting is really nice. And I don't know, there's something about it. It's just a great movie. I love it.
You're kind of person that prefer watching movies or watching series?
Probably series, because you get just a lot more time out of it. I think after you watch a lot of TV shows and you watch a movie, you think, "Oh, I wish I had more time to like, see the characters more, and wish the plot was longer." And I think TV shows rarely fail on that.
And growing up, tell me, who was your inspiration for in the music industry? Did you have like an idol growing up, someone that you looked up to?
Yeah, I think um, growing up, I really liked Green Day, and Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day really inspired me to start playing the guitar. And yeah, I really wanted to be him. I just thought he was the coolest. So,
Oh, amazing. Tell me your favorite song of them.
it's tough. I think it might be. I think my favorite song of theirs would probably be "Having a Blast," just because the lyrics are very edgy, but it's kind of funny, and it's very energetic. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Last question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, of course, I know how much you love playing the guitar. Tell me the feeling when you are doing it. Tell me what's it's going on in your mind or in your in your body, in your soul. Tell me something, the feeling when you are playing your guitar.
I think it could be one of two things. I can be sort of very stiff and nervous on stage and worry. I really overthink every single thing my fingers do. But what you really aim for as a musician is like the kind of moments where you forget that you're like playing the instrument, and you're listening to the music, and you're just really enjoying it, and you like, yeah, you're not nervous. You're not thinking about what you're doing. The music's just happening, and you're sort of like in a trance. And I think that's like, it can take some time to be comfortable enough to end up like that, but that's like, the best thing.
And tell me, the audience, when they are, listen to your music, when you're playing your guitar, you are singing, what's the message that you'd like people to take with them when they come to see you?
I would like them to just have a really good time, to remember my music, and to think that, I mean, if I can get on stage and play music, then who can't really? Because I mean, there you go. And I would like, I think more people should play music. More people should do the creative things they want to. So I guess probably that.
Amazing. Okay. Last question for you is, what makes you the happiest? But we already talked about that, so I'm gonna get another one. All right. All right. Last question is, what does family mean to you?
Family means a lot. It's the people you spend your formative years with, and they sort of teach you how to be a person. And I suppose you can butt heads with family a lot, because some people say they're like friends, but you don't get to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And that is true, but it's sort of negative. Yeah, I mean, I think family is important, but I suppose, if you don't get on with your family too much, then, don't spend all your time around them, but it's definitely worth seeing them when it comes to like holidays and such.
What's the biggest difference between you and James, your brother, and the biggest similarity?
Mm, biggest difference, I think, um, oh, that's really tough. I think we do have similar opinions on a lot of stuff, but when it comes to making music, we both do it in very different ways. He'd be like,
Okay.
"Oh, I want to do this," and I'm like, "Oh, no, I want to do that." So like we like the same kind of things, but we don't make the same kind of things. And so um, I suppose that's a big difference. And a big similarity would be that we I get told a lot that I look like him, and I don't see it. But we like after most of our gigs, there's always somebody that walks up to us and asks us like, "What's it like being twins?" And it's like, there's 4 years between us. That's crazy.
Amazing. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with family.
Love,
Money.
green,
Fear.
nightmares,
Life.
nature,
Love.
passion,
Religion.
strange to me, I guess.
Interesting, I like that. Politics.
Mess,
Friendship.
important,
Desire.
dangerous.
That would be my definition of desire always, Indigo.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's very danger. Regret.
My mind's gone blank. Sad, I guess.
Okay. Success.
Money,
Okay. Wish.
Christmas.
Oh, very soon.
Yeah, yeah.
You like Christmas, by the way?
Yeah, yeah. It's like the one time a year you get to be a kid again, I guess.
It's amazing. Love it. Happiness.
My brain's going blank. Like I'm just not thinking anything. Happiness. Birthday.
Okay. When is your birthday?
The 23rd of October.
Just
Yeah.
passed. Just passed.
Yeah.
Amazing. One word from Manchester.
One word for Manchester. Lively. Lively.
One word for England.
Boring. Yeah.
One word for Treehouse, the name of your band.
Magnificent.
I love that. One word for musician.
Brave.
Amazing. Music, one word.
Beautiful.
And the last one now. Tell me, define one word when you are playing your guitar, you are performing. Tell me the word to define that moment in your life, when you are doing it.
I go with transcendental. I think that's a word.
Okay, amazing. Let's play now. Actually, before that, let's pretend now I'm going to meet James, your brother, for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, define Indigo in one positive word and one negative word only. What he would say?
He'd probably say creative, and he might also say unprofessional.
Listen to your brother, he's older than you.
Yeah.
Let's play now Indigo in the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Indigo, can ask me a question now.
What kind of music do you sit down and listen to after a long day?
Wow, beautiful question. You know, I'm very easy with music. I love music. I think, music, it makes you the greatest, makes you happy, makes you sad sometimes, which is great to connect with music through feelings. Um, However, my tendency is to go to the 80s. I love the 80s decades. I think there is a magic moment that explodes, during that time when all those big artists, was, performing and, through colors, through music, through instruments, there was something live about it that, we don't see it anymore. I think it's amazing to see those, you could see them play and all the, you know what I mean, sweating. They were literally feeling the music, feeling the vibe of the, during decades. Of course, before as well, but I think the 80s was a transformation there about people expressing themselves, artists through colors, through, feelings and expressing themselves in a very extravagant way that maybe the word wasn't ready yet, but was like an open door for now that we people like artists, they literally express themselves in a way that for them is normal. But I think the 80s somehow opened that door, you know what I mean? Let's open that door for the new generation to come. So nowadays when I see artists like playing music and singing with, with like in a way extravagant, it's beautiful to see. It's because the 80s somehow pushed them to be this way, open the door. So yeah, I have my tendency to the 80s music and I can listen a lot. But yeah, I love music. I love all kinds of music. I can get easily in the moods. Like, for example, if I'm going out and there are kind of music playing and I can get into easily, you know what I mean? If I have a good company around me, would go in different kind of places, different music, and I can get myself very easily connect with. I love music. I live with music like all the time, and it's amazing. So yeah, but my tendency, I would go to the 80s. It makes me relax, makes me feel nostalgic. I grew up in the 80s, so it brings me to my childhood memories where my dad's a truck driver, and I remember him driving around, and he was listening to Elton John, to ABBA, to all those, big stars at the time. And when I listen to them, it brings me straight away to my childhood memories. So I think that's why I have this connection. At the time, of course, I was back in Brazil. I didn't understand English. So it's funny because now when I listen to them, I understand when they are saying. But when I was a child, for me, it was just the melody that stayed in my head. You know what I mean? So that's quite funny for you to grow up in a country where when you listen to a song, that it somehow sticks with you, but you don't understand the lyrics. You don't know what they are saying, but just the melody stays in your heart, in your mind. And I think that's the beauty of music. That's why I think I love music so much, because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you. I think that's great. Yeah.
Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview?
It's been wonderful. I have greatly enjoyed it. I hope you have too.
Thanks again. Thanks for being so kind and sweet and accept my invitation. I know you're very young, and I love to see, those young people, just, artists. They are trying to express themselves through music, and it's beautiful. So I just wish all the best with your band. I hope to one day to come to see you guys, performing. Please just let me know. I'd love to see one day, and we keep in touch. I think it was a pleasure to have you on the show. But before you go, Indigo, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yeah. Somebody once said that grief lets us know that things were important in the first place, and that's all that matters.
Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Thanks again. Thanks for the interview, and all the best for your music, your career, and we keep in touch, okay?
Yeah, 100%. Thank you.
Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.